Hello. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But yeah, just doing some live card cleanings right now. I've got a whole stack that needs to get done, so unfortunately these things take a long time to do. So I'm just going to start working on one, then I'll probably put it aside and start working on other ones and go from there. Just do some batch cleaning. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I don't know if anyone can see it, but if anyone's there, lol. See if I can lift it up a little bit. He's not in terribly bad shape. I would call this probably a lightly to moderately plague condition, but he does have some gunk here in the bottom right that I'm trying to convince to go away and get off. And unfortunately, that can mean soaking, tapping, scrubbing, rinse and repeat, and so on and so forth. But I'm using products from Kurt's Card Care, sponsored, not sponsored. But as far as I'm aware, he is the only one currently in the market that makes specifically card cleaning supplies. I believe he just got like his federal number for the business or patent. Something happened recently that was in his favor. So, all the best to Kurt and his crew. Gonna take some of the cards cleaning spray and spray it in my face. I'm glad I was wearing glasses. This stuff's non-toxic. Mental note: check which way the nozzle is spraying before you try and spray it on the cleaning pad. Want to be gentle, even though, like I said, this one isn't as dirty as the front. I still want to be careful of which way I'm pressing things. You see the white dots on the edges? That is missing paint, which I can't do anything about, but I want to make sure that I'm pressing from the inside out so that I don't go the opposite way and catch on the chips and make them worse than they already are. So I never claim, and I have never claimed that I can make something perfect again, because that would be a falsehood. But what I aim for and what I feel like I succeed with majority of the time is a glow up. So we're just gonna try and give this little chip pinch card a glow up and go from there. Alright. So these are being a bit more stubborn than the average bear. So what I'm going to do is going to give them a bit more taps, specifically just over here where the big gunk is at. Then I'm going to set it to the side to soak for a little while, and I'll address that later. Okay. Put you there. Yawn attack. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I've got a whole bunch of different cards and different levels of oof. Here's an oof. So, Reshiram promo card. But as you can see, excessively dirty. Probably going to have to do a soak. And you may or may not see the fraying on the edges. Definitely. Yikes. Oh, mama. Yeah, this one is definitely going to be a two-parter at minimum. But, yeah. Even if the card was in, like, fairly good shape, having this much junk on it automatically puts it into the damage category, at least for TCG player. If I am recalling their categories correctly, which I hope I am. But, yeah. Put that there. Put you there. Okay. Spraying not in my face. You can see some of the dirt coming off already, which is a good sign. Hopefully the grime isn't caked in per se, but it does look already like I am getting some of the dirt off, which is good. I don't want to be too rough with it. I don't want to be like scrubbing, I just want to be wiping. Ooh. You can see the amount of grime that's coming off already, which is good. But again, it's gonna be a lot to do. Probably gonna have to bring out my big magnifying microscope to make sure I get all the little pieces. Okay. Another look at the grime. If I can see it. But there we go, that's better. But we can already see in just our first pass over, we've gotten rid of quite a bit of the bigger chunks and a good portion of the smaller ones as well. Obviously not all gone, there's some there, but it is a very good start, very promising for a good glow up. Alright. Much like Trapinch, I'm going to give this all a nice little wipe down. I'll flip her over. I get a fresh cleaning pad. Let's try this one. once again, the grime is coming off fairly well, fairly easily. So that's good news. Bad news is, as I'm sure y'all can probably tell, is he's missing a lot of the paint. So, like here's a scratch. Here's a pretty significant scratch as well. So obviously I can't do anything about scratches. The only thing I can possibly do is maybe if it's like a really pronounced one, try and push it back into place, but that's more if it has like a lip. Like these are just, yeah, I don't think any of those are going to be ones with lips per se. This looks like just straight up scratched off paint, and there is no way to get that back. At least no way that I know of, and I'm pretty sure it would involve illegal techniques. Because then the card would be altered. And I don't think at that point you could reasonably or legally say that that is like an actual legit card. Sometimes it's hard to see because if you don't get the right angle, some of the missing paint looks like chips of grime. So you kind of got to go back and forth looking at the light, make sure that it's actually getting grime and I'm not just trying to dig up another missing patch of paint. But yeah, his front side came up pretty darn quick. Very nice to see. Let's give him one more just general wipe down on the front. Let's move back to the back. See how much more we can get up now that it's had a few moments to soak a little bit. Now, if this was in much better condition as opposed to being pretty much heavily played condition like it is, I would perhaps go a little bit slower, a little bit more in depth in the cleaning, but it's not. So there is some of it's going to be as good as it's going to get. So basically this I can't do much more than just trying to get the grime off. Looks like we got a little bit just below the K. There we go. That's better. Okay. For a first pass, can mean the English, not so good. But for a first pass, it went pretty well. Yeah. I'm gonna grab another clean. Try and make sure the excess moisture is off. Work out, inside to out, inside to out. Alright. And you will be stuck into the in progress pile. Let's see, what shall we do next? Nido King, why not? This one is from, oh, hello, Dilly Belly. We have a kitty coming to watch what we're doing. Oh, baby. My little pretty baby. Yes, she is. But this one is from Base Set. And it looks like It's got like a weird cut here in the bottom right. I'm gonna try giving it a nice little scrub. Something I really like about this is it really makes the foil pop back instead of being all dull like it was. There, now you can see the foiling. It almost looks two-dimensional with the stars in the back. Could not see that before. I have some, good heavens, what's it called? Polish. I have some polish and creams that will also help with foiling, just to help make them shine. But not for this. Not for this one just yet. You know, like when you stare at something for so long, it doesn't like make any sense anymore. I'm looking at this, and it feels like the lettering is like slightly off, like a bit deeper blue than it should be. But I could be off my rocker. It wouldn't be the first time. You know, like you stare at a word until it just doesn't make sense anymore. That's what I feel sometimes when I'm looking at Pokemon cards. They just kind of all blend together, and then I'm like, are you a real one or are you not? I wish I could say with 100% certainty that I can tell a fake right away, but unfortunately, some of them are just a little bit beyond my expertise. But it's just something that kind of comes with time and attention. So, but yeah, I don't know. This bottom right just looks weird, like it was clipped or maybe cut. It's not as present from the back. I don't know. Either way, he is cleaner. The sparkles are sparklier. He goes to the pile. Next. It doesn't look like it has much. Just like a little patch right there. One's getting a little gritty, if you can see. Might be better down here. Definitely not the normal grime. This one might also be another soak. horsey doesn't look too bad. It is a bit curved, so I'm just gonna give it a little spritz both sides, especially where that big spot is. Yeah. Like that down. And onto the pile. Hey, baby girl, what you doing, little Danny Benny? Come, kitty. What you doing? Hey. Hey. Cat tax. Danny Benny. Come on. You can sit in my lap. No, you said you want to be in the video. Are we going to inspect your fur together? Oh, okay. She said, nah. Whoop. I think that's good for now.